Hey guys, welcome to my full body advanced dumbbell class. So today we're going to need a little bit of a space between it, and every movement is going to be full body. Keep that in mind. Each movement will have a different amount of rep counts or time. For the first movement, we are going to do a squat thrust. So it's not just a push press where you do a quarter squat, but a full depth squat with your legs shoulder width apart, not letting your knees have your toes. As you sit all the way into a full squat, you drive the weight, exhale it, and press it, locking it out above your head. And you want to use the momentum from your legs to snap into that overhead press. So don't step and then press it. You want to use that full body snap. Now, if you want to do a little bit harder, instead of doing the one weight, you can hold both at a 2 90-degree angles, making sure the arms don't go below 90. Once again, full squat, exhale, drive from those heels, drive it all the way up, and then slow return back into your squat. Deep breaths the entire time. You want to have an explosive movement for this one. So the next movement we're going to go ahead and go into a renegade row. Now you want a little bit of position. It's holding it in a plank position, so you want to make sure your weights are flat. If you don't have a flat weight, you can do one arm at a time. So just put one weight in between you and alternate it. What you're going to do is you're going to hold your plank without twisting your body outwards, driving your elbow straight, keeping your wrist straight, and rowing it one arm at a time. Do your best not to let the body rock outwards. Keep your chest rounded to the ground. Exhale when you squeeze and control it back down. This should be a slow, controlled movement. This and the next one and the last one should both be performed for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Big squeeze, driving the elbows. Exhale when you do. Most important factor on this one, not only are you supporting your body straight to the ground, but do not flex that wrist. It'll give you that golfer's elbow. Lots of pain in the elbow. So moving along, we're going to do a dumbbell swing. Now, if you can do this with 2 hands, fine, but make sure you master it with 1 hand first. Now, notice my position. My back stays flat the entire time. I'm driving my chest to the floor and then driving my hips forward, squeezing the glutes, and only allowing just a little bit of bend in the knee to relieve the tension in the back of the leg. Allowing it to swing. You know you're not just doing a shoulder swing. You want to use the momentum. It should be centrifugal force outwards. So you're not just doing a shoulder raise to get it up. You are using your legs and your back to swing it. Notice that swinging motion right there. When I'm done, I bring it down and I kind of let it swing out, but I never arc my back. Next we're going to do is a dumbbell clean. So that one will also be done for 3 sets of 1 minute for the swing. This will be done 3 sets of 10 reps on each side. Now with the clean, you want to sit in it, starting with a deadlift, driving your elbow into an upright row, sitting into your squat, and then pressing it above your head. Now you want to make sure as you're driving it up, you're starting to come down to meet it. So start your deadlift, drive in an upright row. Now as I get about above belly button height, I start to sit into my squat, and I use my squat press just like in the very first movement to drive it up. Again, use the momentum. Do not sit there and stand and then press it, or you lose all that force production. Use your squat so that you're coming down to meet it as you row it upwards. So your arm's going up, your body's going down. You flip your elbow in, and you use your squat to press it all the way up into a shoulder press above your head. Once again, it'll be 3 sets of 10 on both of these. The last one was 3 rounds of 1 minute each. So we're going to move it on. We're going to do an overhead reverse lunge with a shoulder press. Now start out with an overhead position. You step back into a reverse lunge, shoulder width apart. Feel your back knee bend. When you're at the bottom of the lunge, hold it. Bend your arm into a wide degrees, only to 90, and press it back up, lock it out, and then step back into it. Do the same side, 3 sets of 10 on both sides before you switch. Notice again, I press it at the bottom of my lunge, and then I step into it. Keep it shoulder width apart, a little bit more than double width. Make sure you plant properly before you do your press. You don't want to be too close. You should never let your knees over your toes. And if you're too stacked, your feet are going to go one way or the other and you're going to fall over. Make sure you step back into it. Nice even stance. Bend your back knee, then press it. Exhale, press, lock it out, and then step back all the way into it. Take your time on this one. If you have to break it down into more stops, that's fine. Just make sure you get the total reps that it's even on both sides. Never do unevenness to it. And the final movement. This is one's called a few different things. I call it a knee to stand squat. There's a few different words for it I've heard. But basically, we're going to start on a mat on our knees. You're going to take 1 foot up, holding your squat position. And then from here, you explode into a squat. control it back down, and then stabilize it as you go back to your knees. Now, whatever leg you went up on the last time, make sure you do the other side each time. And this time, we're just going to do 3 sets of 12 on this one. Once again, hold your squat, go down, switch legs. This time, my right leg's going up. Hold my squat. So I don't go up until both legs are up. I explode into it, exhale, pushing from my heels. Once again, never letting the knees over the toes. And I sit back into it. This one should be slow, explode into your press, controlled. So you change your tempo on this one. Keeping your head up, your back flat, very important. You don't lean too far forwards in it, especially if you're holding that weight in that upright chest position. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great one.